Want to keep little hands busy at home? The Home Depot has free kids workshop kits with everything you need to get started. Pick up a new one in store starting the first Saturday of every month. Then head to homedepot.com/kids for a project guide that's easy to follow along with, plus loads of other kid-friendly content. Kids can't wait to get their hands on them. Find out more at homedepot.com/kids. Free kids workshop kits, only from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. While supplies last, U.S. only.
Saturday college football, going back to our score phone days, one of the most popular features we had, and certainly one of our original feature, was the very popular ATS Trends Betting Report. It's brought to you by Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. What do we got for Saturday? 2 college football wise guy plays, 10 college football majors. Your NFL portfolio is up for Sunday as well, and it's all at OffshoreInsiders.com. Already 4 winners up for Sunday. Now let's take a look at some of those spread betting trends. All records are against the spread. Some of the high-profile games, Duke and Northwestern. Duke 21-6 outside the conference. Northwestern 6-1 of the ACC, 8-1 overall run. Arizona against Houston. Arizona is 3-8 against teams with a winning record, 4-11 against teams with a straight-up loss, 3-13 on the road. Houston 24-8 after accumulating more than 200 yards rushing in their previous game. Georgia Tech against South Florida. The Ramblin' Wreck of Georgia Tech 10-2 after accumulating more than 200 yards rushing in their last game. South Florida 7-1 after getting more than 450 yards passing or more than 450 total yards in their previous contest. 6-1 against teams with a winning record. Michigan State against Arizona State. Spartans are 3-10 after allowing more than 280 yards passing in their previous game. Arizona State Sun Devils 8-3 overall, 13-5 at home, but they've dropped 5 out of 6 outside the conference. Again, all these records ATS. Rutgers and Ohio State. My son is a freshman at The Ohio State. No handicapping relevance, just want to mention that. Rutgers 6-0 following a straight-up win. Ohio State is 4-9 after accumulating more than 200 yards rushing in their previous game. Make sure you, by the way, you join us Sunday for our live broadcast, the Fame Tailgate Party. Everything you need to know for betting and for fantasy football. Sundays, 10 a.m. Eastern Time right here. Clemson is 8-2 outside the conference. It's Clemson and Texas A&M. Texas A&M 17-37 against teams with a winning record. Penn State and Pittsburgh, as that rivalry has resumed within the past couple years. Penn State 10-2 against teams with a winning record, 13-3 after allowing more than 450 yards in their previous game. The Panthers are 8-20 at home. Tulsa and Texas. Tulsa 16-5 on the road. Texas 6-1 against teams with a winning record. South Alabama and Oklahoma State. We understand we're getting a pretty big play on the Master Lock Line on this. The Master Lock Line, at the time we're recording this, not completed, but I do understand this is going to be one of their biggest plays on the Saturday portfolio. Make sure you check OffshoreInsiders.com. By the time you're watching this, it's probably up. South Alabama, 15-31 overall, 18-37 on field turf. Oklahoma State, 29-11 at home against teams with a losing road record. Southern Cal and Stanford. USC, 3-12 overall skid, 1-7 following a spread loss. Stanford 53-26 on grass. Connecticut against Boise State, and this is another one that it does look like it should. We understand that the Master Lock Line could very well have a big play on this contest. Connecticut and Boise State. UConn 16-33 outside the conference. They are 10-25 their last 36 overall, but Boise State 9-23 against teams with a losing road record. The Broncos of Boise State 3-13 at home. Arkansas State against Alabama. Arkansas State 14-6 against teams with a winning record. Alabama 0-5 to the Sun Belt. Yeah, we do recommend a lot of, well, not a lot. We actually recommend only a few, a very select few at offshoreinsiders.com. Each and every single one of those are fully vetted. And one of those is mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Duffy, DUFFY, in order to get the largest sign-up bonus that they do have. Ball State against Notre Dame. Ball State 8-1 outside the conference. The Fighting Irish 2-7 after allowing less than 100 yards rushing in their previous contest. Georgia against South Carolina. UGA 17-5 on the road, 13-3 on the road against teams with a winning home record. South Carolina 0-6 after allowing less than 275 total yards in their last game. More ATS trends, UCLA and Oklahoma. UCLA 1-6 on the road. Oklahoma 8-2 after accumulating more than 200 yards rushing in their last game. Mississippi State and Kansas State. Mississippi State 5-1 outside the conference. Kansas State 7-3 after getting less than 170 yards passing in their previous contest. Western Michigan and Michigan. The Broncos are 19-8 on the road. New Mexico versus Wisconsin. The Lobos 8-23 after accumulating more than 450 yards in their past game. They've dropped 6 straight overall. Wisconsin is on a 5-2 overall run. Well, as I said, the biggest plays in the industry will be at offshoreinsiders.com, led by the Grandmaster, the winningest handicapper of all time. Me, Joe Duffy of offshoreinsiders.com. A stunning 10 college football major plays, 2 Wise Guy plays. Wise Guy plays from Joe Duffy's picks, unanimously accepted as the single strongest play in the handicapping industry. That, the best sports picks, and the most thoroughly vetted offshore sports books are all at offshoreinsiders.com.
Call 1-888-FARMERS to switch, and you could save an average of $470 on your auto insurance. That's a lot of money in just a few minutes. With savings like that, you could be lounging on an impractical amount of ornate and overpriced throw pillows you bought for your couch. But you won't, because you're better with money than that. That's why you're calling us in the first place. Call 1-888-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Based on average nationwide annual savings survey data July to December 2020. Underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliate. Products not available in every state.